Almost every day, we talk about the Bay Area's housing crisis and the ways different communities are trying to address that. Just last night, we talked about how California developers are taking advantage of something called the builder's remedy, which gives them the power to ignore local zoning codes if a city doesn't have a state-approved housing plan. But instead of building brand new projects, some developers are using what's already there. Len Ramirez shows us how they're turning hotels into housing for some of the people who need it the most.
Workers are putting the pieces in place to house the homeless. In this case, they're not building from scratch. They're converting an old motel into permanent homes. Will it work?
Yeah, trick or treat.
Just ask Paul Jameson.
This is my humble abode.
Jameson lives with his dog in the Hillview Court Apartments in Milpitas, which used to be an extended stay hotel before it was converted.
I've never come into a situation like this where I received this kind of help before.
For years, Jameson was homeless, living out of a broken-down pickup camper on the streets. He says an injury prevented him from working as a welder, and he went broke trying to pay legal fees and court costs to keep visitation rights for his daughter.
It was a nightmare going in and out of that camper, not having electricity.
Jameson's building was converted by the nonprofit Jamboree Housing Corporation, which is specializing in the fast-growing niche of hotel-to-housing projects. The company has 2 ongoing projects in the South Bay, including this former motel on North 4th Street.
We're at a point where we can actually see what's inside the walls and what makes these motel conversions very challenging.
Michael Massey says there are advantages to converting existing buildings.
You don't have to build foundation. You don't have to bring plumbing on site. You don't have to bring electrical.
And there are expensive hidden costs.
This is exactly what we're talking about. When we take this stucco off, we see that water damage. What motel owners do for the most part is cover things up.
But conversions can be faster than building from the ground up, which is important because the housing is needed right now.
It is a way to get units online specifically tailored for this population as quickly as possible.
When this is finished, it will house about 75 young adults coming out of the foster care system.
They're among the hardest hit in the housing crisis that we have. They don't have resources, they don't have connections, health care, identifying potential mental illnesses. Once they're housed, we can address the full range of their needs.
That's my little kitchenette. I mean, I have...
Paul says he hopes the young people coming into safe and stable housing will trigger a life turnaround like he experienced.
I really think by now, if I hadn't been rescued, I probably would be dead.
And he says the workers are converting more than buildings. They're also helping to change lives.